Hi there, I've got your instructions for your May subscription box. Lots of goodies that can be used for some spring decor or created for Mother's Day gifts to give to moms and grandmas, aunts, neighbors who make cookies for you, all sorts of lovely ladies who would love a homemade gift. The first project we're going to do is a Q-tip stamped lilac canvas. So I made everybody these neat little Q-tip stampers that are tons of fun. And we also have a plate included in your box. So you might want to dump a little bit of your paint out onto your plate. I have all different colors on my plate right now. Maybe you might want to put them on your plate little bits at a time so that our paints can last longer for all of our projects. So you'll take your little stamper and you'll maybe put a little bit in purple and a little bit in some white. And then you stamp it on your canvas board. In a cone-like shape to create the look of a lilac. Isn't that pretty? Look at how easy that is too. It looks just like a lilac. You can get a little extra creative with it if you want. Maybe you want to add a little bit of blue in there, or a little bit of pink. I think we've got red. You have to mix some red and some white to make some pink. All right, so you'll do that all over your canvas. And when you're done putting your lilacs there, you can use your green paint. And I would just use a Q-tip to make your life easy. You can use a paintbrush if you have one at home, but a Q-tip works too. To just create like some little stems. You want to maybe put some little leaves that are coming out like this. You know, you can play around with your colors. Again, maybe make a little bit of blue in there with your leaves, some yellow with your leaves. But it all can look kind of abstract. After all, we were painting with Q-tips. So then after you have all of your lilacs where you want them, you can take your paintbrush, and if you want, you can start this whole project by filling in the back of the canvas with a solid color for your background. You can use blue and white like a cloud, or you can make it all yellow, make it whatever color you want. So that's one way to do it, is to start with the whole background already painted. But we thought we'd just show you how you can do another technique, which is just kind of making the back of the canvas work for you as negative space, and taking your blue and your white and just kind of like doing some, almost like some dry brushing on the background, and leaving space, leaving some canvas show through, leaving some space around your lilac, right? And just kind of making the whole painting just a little more, like a little different, a little whimsical, not like our typical, the whole canvas is filled in. It's just a different look that some artists use. I'm sure you guys have seen that before, where the artist has left almost like a little border around the subject matter that isn't painted in. Remember too, you've got the back of your brush to use as a tool as well. So if you want to go back in and add to your leaves or whatever, you can do that also with the back of the brush if you want to go and add any little details. Okay, put some little white highlights. Well, it's a fun painting to use multiple tools that aren't necessarily a paintbrush on. All right, so, good tip with this one, you guys, is when this dries, or even before it, if you decide this is what you want to do, on the back of your canvas, write your name and the date, and put a big Happy Mother's Day on it. And that way, when this dries, you can use this as a gift for somebody for Mother's Day, and you can even repurpose the box that all this is coming in, and the tissue paper and everything. And so you'll have your Mother's Day gift completed, your wrapping ready to go, and you'll make somebody really happy. Okay, our next one is a doily garland. For this, you can either use the watercolors, if you still have them, that we gave you, or you can just use any sort of washable marker and do the technique that we've done before where you can just draw with the marker. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. It can be totally abstract. Remember, some markers bleed better than others. Some yellow in there. And you can choose to just decorate the center of the doily. You can decorate the whole doily. I'm gonna rinse off this brush, okay? And then you can add some water to it and see if the colors bleed. Looks like I've chosen some colors that aren't going to bleed. Awesome. Let's see if I have any better luck with this one. Oh, here we go. That's bleeding a little bit better. There we go. You guys all see that? So if your colors aren't bleeding right away, add some water and put the marker right on top. Let me see. Let's do some little experimenting here. Let's see if that works with this one. Oh yeah. There we go. So we want to just fill in the center of this. And again, you can paint the whole thing if you want to, with different colors. And if you have watercolors, that might be the best bet. And when this is all filled in to the way you like it, I'll keep adding a little more color. I personally would let it dry first, but for sake of this video, I'm gonna do it all at once, but I would let it dry, and I would put it under maybe some, like I think you've got 7 of these. I would put them under some heavy books and let them flatten out really well, because what you're gonna do when they dry is you're gonna fold them in half like this. You'll crease them, and you can line up the scalloped edges, and you're going to glue them over the pretty little string. So you'll go like this, and then you'll use a little bit of your glue. It doesn't take a lot of glue, just a little bit through Q-tip. Just put a couple, this is the tacky glue, so it'll stick really nice. Just do a couple little dots of the glue so that it'll close around there. And then you'll have, I mean, think about it, you're gonna have 7 of these in a huge line, and they'll make a really pretty doily garland. And it would be a fun thing to hang just to decorate for spring, or a neat decoration Mother's Day morning. So when your mom goes down to your kitchen for the breakfast you all made her, there'll be a pretty doily banner decoration in the kitchen waiting for her. Okay, next we have the coffee filter butterflies. Same thing as with the doily. Either use your markers or your paints, your watercolor paints, and you want to decorate the doilies, the coffee filters. Add some color. I'm going to do it this way because it's usually working better today. But I'm going to put the water down first, and then put the marker. And I won't spend a ton of time on this because you'll get the gist in a second, but you want to make these nice and colorful. Some of you guys really spend a long time when you do your colors on your coffee filters, and I think that's really cool too. So don't let the fact that I'm rushing influence you the wrong way. I think it's so neat when people create like a whole rainbow around the edge, and there's all sorts of fun things you can do. Okay, so let's just pretend I spent a long time making that special, and that this one has some decoration on it too. What you'll do is take your clothespin, and you've got enough to make a few of these, and you're going to take your coffee filters and scrunch them together and pinch them in the middle so they're like a bow. And you can do it 2 ways. If you wanted to, you can, if it's too hard to squeeze both in there, you can do one almost more like a dragonfly with just one set of wings. Or you can try to squeeze them both in there. Pinch them both together like this. And then just clip them with the clothespin. Do some fluffing. You can take markers or some of your paint and you can decorate the wood of the body if you want to. You can grab your pipe cleaner. I think that the best way to do it is to take the pipe cleaner and kind of go up the middle like this and test and do it around like what is like essentially the back of the butterfly. See how I'm putting it in the middle there, and I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to try to flatten it against the sides, and I'm going to twist it in the middle like this. And then curl it around like that. Ta-da! I mean, isn't that cute? And then you can even put, if you want to, you can glue a couple little eyes right there and right there, or you don't have to glue the eyes. Totally up to you. Super cute. Okay, now this is a fun one, the Model Magic birds. Everybody loves this Model Magic stuff. So you can take it out of the container. And you can choose to make a giant bird, you can make a family of birds, you can make really any type of bird you want. So I'm just going to make a little mini bird here for you. You squish it into a shape that you think looks like a bird shape. I'm not sure if mine's going to look like a bird shape or not, but I'm going to try my best right now. And you want to make sure you leave enough in the back because we're going to be sticking feathers into our bird. So make like a bird blob there. And you can take your feathers and stick them in. Give it a nice, super fun and fluffy tail. I'm going to use this blue one. All right, so we've got some fluffy tail going on. Oh, hold on, I need to grab a pair of scissors. Okay. We've got some paper for you, and so you can make a little beak. If you want, you could fold the paper in half like this. If you want to make it look like the mouth is opening and closing, and make your beak like that. You see, I just cut like a little triangle out of there, like this. And I'm going to just stick it in there. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And then I'm going to put some little eyes. Give him some, oh my gosh, he is adorable. I'm a big fan. There you go, some little bird eyes. And then we've got pipe cleaners. And you can make the pipe cleaners into some little bird feet if you want to. I don't know how well the bird will stand, but you could always try that. Hold on, I'm kind of going to try a little experiment here. I wonder if you take it, you kind of twist it like this a little bit and then put it up. I wonder if we can get this to stand at all. This might go horribly wrong. So I think that's going to be 2. I think you might be a little bottom heavy people, but it worked. Look at, there we go. You don't have to do it that way. You can just cut these off and make little easy feet like this for your bird, any way you want, but it'll be a fun little sculpture project for you. Okay, the Love Bug mason jar. Super cute, that says Happy Mother's Day from your love bug. I would definitely find a way to put your name in there someplace. Like I'll put my name. And then you'll take your thumb to make the center of the bug. Again, dump your paint onto your plate. You'll do a center for the bug like this. And then you can use your fingers to make the wings. I think I'll do some yellow wings. Like this. I'm gonna make it like a butterfly. And I'll use maybe some blue. Then I'm going to wipe my hand. then it looks just kind of a little splotchy. It's not going to totally dry right here, but you will understand. You can kind of outline on top of it. You can draw some antenna like here. You can draw a face on it. You can outline the whole thing with a marker or with some colored markers if you wanted to. You can make it look like the butterfly or lightning bug or whatever you're making is flying around in the jar. You can draw multiple bugs in the jar. You can decorate the jar itself. You might want to take a blue marker and outline it so it kind of looks like glass. Right, and go along the outside of the jar. Maybe you want to make the jar sitting on a table, so you draw a line in the back. That. Maybe you want your table to have a heart tablecloth on it. All sorts of possibilities here. All right, and you know what? If you decide to give this to the same person as you give your lilac to, you can just put it in the box with your cool lilac. Okay, now last thing we have is our card. So you get to make 3 of these cards, which is really fun, so that you can give it to multiple people. Because again, it doesn't just have to be your mom on Mother's Day. Neighbors, teachers, babysitters, they all love this kind of stuff too. So you'll take your cork, and I'm putting mine in the yellow, just my choice. And I'm going to do 3 stamps, 1, 2, 3 on my card. And then I'm going to kind of wipe mine off, but you don't really even have to because that yellow can actually make it look cool. You can use the other side or keep using the same side. And again, you have to make your pink. If you want pink, just mix red and white together on your plate. And then you can go around and go 1, just kind of go in a circle to make a great little flower. Then maybe I want to make an orange one. I don't know if you guys have orange paint or not, but you can mix yellow with the red to make orange. You can make it kind of mixing the colors together, which is kind of fun. Okay. You want to make sure you do this with plenty of time for these to dry, so I wouldn't do it like the morning of Mother's Day. And so you've got some cute flowers there. It's up to you if you want to take a Q-tip and the green paint and paint in some fun leaves, or you can use markers and add to it. You can use your paintbrush and add to it. I really wish that those would dry, because if they were dry, I would take a black permanent marker and I would add some dots to the center there. That would look really cute. I wonder if I can do that with. Let's see if you can do that with even the purple with the Q-tip. Let's see. Just add a couple dots in the center. Oh, that looks cute. I'm liking it. All right. Super cute. And then don't forget, you can also decorate the envelope to go with it. There are also some neat stickers in your box that are flowers or flower shapes that can be colored. So you can color that and put it on the outside of the envelope of your pretty flower card. All right, as always, any questions, let us know. We hope you have a ton of fun with this and that you make a bunch of people super happy with your beautiful creations.